Well, y'all, welcome to the Burning the Midnight Oil, getting stuff done at the last minute, running out of time video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad for you to join me. Like I said in the intro, I am burning the midnight oil. Tomorrow is the last day for me to work before the Christmas holiday, and I'm trying to get mine and Lovey's office gifts done. But I told you what they were going to be this year. Remember all of those Christmas mugs that I thrifted over the year? Just remember all those haul videos? Well, it's time to do something with them. And I told you that I was going to be making sweet treats and packaging them up into gifts. So let me show you how I am going to do that. I have made white chocolate dip pretzel rods, and I do have a video about that. I'll be linking that video so you guys can see that. And I also made some Oreo truffles. These are chocolate dipped in milk chocolate and white chocolate Oreo truffle balls. And I also have a video about how to make those. They're super easy. I'm trying to put these gifts together, and I wanted to show you different ways to do that. So I'm going to start with just any mug. I have washed this mug. It is ready to go. Each one of the mugs will get a hot chocolate packet, a packet of pretzels, and 2 Oreo truffles. And so we'll talk about different ways that we could package those up. What I had on hand was a whole bunch of this crinkle filler in red and green and white, and then a combination. So what I thought I would do would just be use what I have on hand. So I'm going to take a handful of this filler. I'm going to stick it down into my mug. This will give like a little base for everything to sit on. I am going to add a hot chocolate packet. And sometimes what you have to do is move the filler around to kind of get it secure. Just gift making, but someone said, you've got to show me how you put all of these mugs together. I've had several of my viewers ask me, show me what you did with those mugs. You kept saying you were going to do something with them. And so I'm doing that for you today. I'm going to add a pack of pretzel rods to that. Again, you're going to want to situate that into that filler, pull that filler out a little bit, so that the pretzel rod can still be seen, but it also is pretty secure in there. And then putting 2 Oreo truffles. I'm putting a milk chocolate one, and I'm putting a white chocolate one down in the package like that. Voila, the gift is made. Now, one of the things that Lovey wanted was he wanted his in bags. So there's a couple of different ways to do that. You can get these little paper bags at the dollar store. I think they're 2 or 3 for $1. And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of tissue paper in the very bottom of that bag, simply to kind of cushion the mug that's in there. I will take this mug and drop it down in the bag. That tissue paper on the bottom just kind of helps it from being crushed. And then I'll take a printed piece of tissue paper, and I will put it over top, like so. And there you have his gift bag. What I will also probably do is tie up the handles with a little bit of curling ribbon. And when I'm done with these, I will put a picture of what they all look like at the bottom. There are some ways that you can decorate here, but he's a dude. He doesn't like all that decoration. It's a gesture for him, and so he's not into all the frou-frou stuff. So I've got that way to decorate the bags. Different mug. Same thing, but I can add a little bit different filler to this, since there's a lot of red and white with just a little bit of green in this one, and I just thought this mug was so cute. I'm going to add a green filler in the bottom of this one. So I'm going to put the filler. And I'm also gonna put in a hot chocolate packet. Going to put in some pretzel rods, and I have a thing about colors, so I want to make sure that the colors go well together. I'm going to drop that down in there as well. And then this time I think I will choose, I have a mess on my table, but I'm going to choose a chocolate and a Oreo truffle that has the Oreos crushed on the top. Going to position those in there. I'm also going to put a little bit more in the back just to hold it up. And, oh, it fell off. I was like, where did my truffle go? Voila, there you go. Now for this one is going to go in here. So it's all trial and error. It just depends on the mug that you are using. And you kind of have to just see what you like best. I'm a little picky about how things look in presentation. I know that shocks some of my friends and family, but I will add a fun little penguin piece of tissue paper and put it around the edges. And there you go. So let's try another. All right, I want to show you how to use this piece and tie it up with ribbon. So I think I'll use a shorter mug with this. I'm going to use some red, white, and green combined filler. And I'm going to shove that down in the mug like this. Probably need a little bit more. And I don't know about you guys, but this stuff accumulates in my house, this filler. So I'm going to add my hot chocolate down into the mug. This one is a little bit smaller mug, so the fit is pretty tight. I'm going to add some pretzel rods in there as well, like this. And it's time for the truffles. This time I'm going to go with a chocolate truffle with the crushed Oreo on top and a white chocolate truffle. So this one looks pretty full only because the mug is smaller. So kind of push these flyaways in there. There you go. And again, I am going to put a little bit in the back. That just kind of pushes it to the front a little bit. I like it to look all like, it's Christmas. So I'm going to put this in here, and we're going to put a little bit of tissue paper down in the bottom again. And nestle that right down in there. And put the mug down in the tissue paper just for a base. Get that all tucked in so they can see. And even though it's the pretzel rods that are sticking out, that's fine. I'm going to show you how we can work around that. I'm actually going to tie it up right here, but I do like that it's a little bit more secure. So let's get the scissors and the ribbon. Okay, so I got some curling ribbon. I had some curling ribbon also from the Dollar Tree. I was using a bunch of this for something else, packaging and such. So I'm going to cut red and green curling ribbon. I like to cut a lot more than I typically need because I like mine to be very, very fluffy. So I am just going to gather it up like this, and I'm going to tie it around. Now with the curling ribbon, I will say that sometimes it's pretty slick, meaning that the ribbon will slide off of whatever you're trying to do. I also don't want to put it too tight because I don't want it to break the pretzel rod. So what I'll do is I'll tie it one time, and then I'll tie it a second time, almost like a tight knot. And then we will curl up the ribbon, which just takes a little strip with your scissors, and you will be able to have a little bit of a festive look to it. Sometimes I don't start all the way at the top because I want the ribbon to be longer. So I am really just kind of fluffing out the top here. I'm pulling the bag up so that it's a little bit tighter. So I'm pulling the bag up here, and it also gives a little bit of a fringe here. So that's just another way to decorate the gift mugs. Now there's 2 truffles in there, 2 pretzel rods, and a package of hot cocoa in a mug. Again, just a simple gesture to let people know that you are wishing them well in the holiday season. We'll do 2 more, and then we'll end the video and stuff the rest of them and show you how we've packaged those up. So the next one, since it has all of those great festive colors in there, I'm going to go ahead and use the same red and green that I used in the other one a moment ago. And it is just wiry. Package of cocoa tucked in the back. Sometimes you have to curve it around like that just to get it in there good. A package of pretzels. They are all getting the same thing. And 2 truffles. So we will stick those down in there, hopefully. And let me put some in the back. I keep missing the back piece. But I do put some in the back because it does help it stay upright. So I am going to cut. These really long ones, they're not my favorite. So I'm going to trim those up a bit. But there is the next one. I probably will just drop it in a white bag like this with the cushion on the bottom. We needed about 16 of these. So all those mugs came in handy. Drop that down in here, and you can put a little cute little tag on there, and I'll put a to from tag on there. Here's another penguin piece. We'll use that penguin piece. I do wrap it around the pretzel rod simply so that you can't see that part. So I told you a minute ago that I would take some curling ribbon or something and tie up the top of the bag. And so let's go ahead and do that with this one so you can see how that will look. You will cut off some curling ribbon and just put a little knot here. Let's put 2. I want them to be able to get into it, but also want it to stay close. So we will put 2 in there and then just run the scissors over it. The tighter you do it, the tighter the curls will be. So, and wherever you start is where the curls will be. So for this, and you can stretch them out a little bit, but for this, you just add a little bit of the curling ribbon to that, and it makes for a really cute package. So the last one that we'll do together today is this really tall mug, and it's pretty skinny. So I'm gonna need to put some stuff in the bottom, more than I probably would have put in the other ones. And it will look pretty full because it's a tall and skinny mug. So going to put all of these down in there, to put a little bit more and some in the back, of course. Let's do the chocolate, and let's do this one together. You know what? I have 2 little ones and they're tall. So I might do that. And that way, see, and it looks so full, but really, there you go. For this one, I'm going to use another clear bag. It already has a lot of green in this mug, so I'm going to use a red cushion on the bottom. And like I said, we are burning the midnight oil, trying to get it all done. I had lots of cookie orders for which I am very grateful, but because each one of them is handmade and hand decorated, it does take a lot of time and they have to set up. The icing has to set before we can package them. So I'm going to put the bag up like this and get me some more curling ribbon. I think I'm going to use some gold and silver because there's so much red and green in that already. I'm just going to offset the colors a little bit. Okay, let's make sure that I get enough to make it a good curl. Well, the gold is almost out, so we'll just use all that the gold had. And then this one will need to be really tight at the top of this. Now those bags do come with little twist ties, but they're not gonna be able to go around this. So gonna tie it pretty tight and put another, I just don't wanna break the pretzel rod. And this ribbon is a little bit longer. And so if you do it tight, like I just did, you're gonna get this tight curl like this. So let me show you just so you can see that if you do it a little bit lighter, you get a lighter, longer curl like that. So it's just whatever your preference is. It's whatever you think looks good on the package. Again, I'm gonna pull up the bag to kind of make sure that it is secure. And there is another package sweet treat. So this is what I did with all of the Christmas mugs. These are our office or team gifts for school this year. Just a gesture to let people know that we appreciate them and we're thinking about them at the holidays. And so different ways to bag up the very same thing. And so it's as simple as that, y'all. Putting sweet treats in a mug that you thrifted from Goodwill to make a very special holiday treat for a friend or even a family member. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, y'all stay pretty and be sweet. Bye-bye.